Welcome back, guys. Team Smoggy here, and we're back with the MRC with the flagship season, and we're with the Beginners League of the Gttcc, and this is round 4 of races 7 and 8, and the first race is at Dragon Trail Gardens, and as you can see, it's absolutely chucking it down. So, after qualifying, we do have a new pole sitter, which is Haldare in first in the Mazda 3, sorry. Second is Centino in another Mazda 3. Third is Berserker Boy in the Nissan Silvia. Fourth is Alfie in the Suzuki Swift. Fifth is Jay West in the Audi. Sixth is SG2 in the VW. Seventh is C-Mac in the Toyota Supra. Eighth is Kenobi in another Supra. Ninth is Want Some Sweeties Dennis in the VW. 10th is Locke in an Audi. And that's it for this race, as we do have a couple missing, obviously through commitments and stuff. And a big shout out to Scruffy Bear, whose birthday it was. So let's get this race underway. We've only one light on so far, and let's get to the start. So 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And away they go. A slow start there for Centino. Haldare gets a pretty good start. Berserker Boy goes in between them. Going down to the first corner. Looks like everyone's getting through cleanly. Obviously, it is absolutely the rain's at its most at the moment. So everyone's just going to hopefully be a little bit more warier on the brakes. We have Alfie there up in 5th. Kenobi's in 6th. SG2's in 7th. Closely behind is Jay West in 8th. Locke 9th. Want Some Sweeties is in 10th. We'll go back to the front at the moment, where Haldare's got a pretty good start so far, with Centino not far behind him. Haldare takes the wider line there. Centino and Berserker battling. C-Mac's up in 4th. Alfie's 5th. SG there trying to put a move on Kenobi. Doesn't make it stick. Obviously with the wet weather it has closed them all up, so hopefully we'll get some good battles throughout the race, which is only 30 minutes. As you can see, there is little battles starting to form up now. Haldare's pulled a bit of a gap there on Centino, round about a second, maybe less. Yeah, it's less than a second. Berserker Boy's in 3rd. It's literally closed up there on Centino, coming out the exit of last corner. Alfie putting a move on C-Mac, straight down on the start finish straight. Great job there, Alfie. So after we're on to the second lap now. Everyone's still pretty much bunched up in little battles. And Dennis put a move on Locke. Thinks twice about it there. C-Mac battling back with Alfie. Can he get his position back? Alfie just pulls away in that Swift. Doesn't look like Centino's closed the gap on Haldare. Haldare lets it go wide, trying to find the best line for grip in this wet weather. Same as Centino. Alfie's now closing up on Berserker Boy. Can he get a move done on him? Kenobi's now chasing down C-Mac with SG2 closely behind, with Jay West and Locke and Dennis behind. Really close battling so far, and it's only lap 2. I see someone there with a penalty. I did. It's Dennis who's picked up a half-second penalty. Locke trying to trying his best to get past J West there. Just not getting their legs on that car, even though they're both in the same car. SG2 defending quite well there. That's allowed Kenobi to pull away slightly to battle with C-Mac and Alfie. Berserker's got a bit of a gap in between him, between second and fourth. Santino still in second, trying to chase down Haldare. Again, both in the same machinery, taking different lines up to the second corners, the chicane. Santino closed up right up there, coming out the exit of the chicane. Now can he get the run on Haldare? Does he put it up the inside? He moves to the inside, Santino. No, thinks twice. Guys just letting the car just find that grip again. Coming out that hairpin. Alfie's still closing down Berserker Boy. Kenobi's put a move on C-Mac. Does he make it stick? No. Kenobi gets a wobble. Nearly loses it completely. That's allowed J West to get up now to Kenobi and Locke, with SG2 just falling down there 2 places. Who's now getting chased by Dennis. Again, there's loads of battles going on at the moment. People just trying to settle themselves into a routine. Again, Locke and West still battling. The more the battle is, the more people in front are going to get away from them. Alfie just slightly dropped off there from Berserker Boy. Just go back a bit there, see how Santino did that. Puts a move on Haldare. Haldare runs it really wide. Apologise for the coughing. They go side by side. Santino gets the job done on the straight, start finish straight. Can he hold it on? But Haldare's coming back at him. Does Haldare get the switcheroo? He doesn't. They both go up to the chicane now. No, just hasn't got the legs at the moment. Obviously Haldare will try and find a weak spot on Santino, see if he can get his place back. Alfie now really closing down on Berserker Boy. Getting a better exit off the chicane. Pulls up to the inside. Berserker goes wide. Tries and gets a cut switch back. He does. Does he? Side by side nearly. No, Alfie just gets it. Great overtake there. Now Kenobi's defending against J West, Locke, C-Mac, SG2 and Dennis, all in a line just waiting for something to happen. We're only 7 minutes into the 30-minute race and it's been good so far. Berserker Boy trying to get his place back from Alfie. Alfie just pulls away again in that swift down the straight. Santino's picked up a half-second penalty. Will that allow Haldare to catch back up? Now Alfie's going to chase down Haldare as well. Berserker Boy, Kenobi, J West and Locke again, all in the battle for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. SG's just dropped off the back a bit. Looks like C-Mac's dropped a bit of it all. I do apologise, guys, if I miss a few bits. Dennis has moved up the 9th, obviously getting past C-Mac. Still chasing down SG2. Does he go up the inside of him? Oh, nearly, just not quite. Has to back out a little bit. C-Mac now all over the back of Dennis. Obviously Dennis be enticing him with his sweeties. Again, these guys for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Just battling a little bit too much from our icon, just squeezing each other a little bit. Looks all good. J West has made the best of that one. The Berserker Boy down to 4th, Lock in 6th, Kenobi in 7th. But obviously these guys are battling. It's going to allow the back three to catch up even more, which is SG2, Dennis and C-Mac. See, all the guys near enough are all on wet tyres. See, the rain is quite heavy for this round. Alfie has pulled a bit of a gap against J West. Aldez still in 2nd. Can he get the move done? Not quite. Santino holds it. Going back down the straight. Start and finish straight, sorry. It does look like Alfie is catching up to Aldair. Aldair takes it wider, that's wider line, then going back in. Obviously, in racing in the wet, it is advisable not to go on the racing line as much. Find it. I say everyone's just coming through there, through the chicane. Dennis has picked up another half-second penalty. As you see, C-Mac there just wobbling it all over. Manages to correct it. These guys, 4th and 5th are battling. Locke just runs it a little bit too deep. That will allow Kenobi to catch up again. Again, Santino's still just holding 1st place. Haldair's trying his best to catch back up. Alfie there's still in 3rd, holding his own race. J West behind, Locke, Berserker Boy, and Kenobi. Berserker Boy just letting the car slide there a little bit. Dennis pulls to one side just to take his penalty. That will drop him back down to 10th. C-Mac goes through. At the moment, I think everyone's just calmed down a little bit. Just finding the pace now. Santino's also got the fastest lap at the moment of a 1:52.129. Aldair's in 2nd. 3rd is Alfie. 4th is J West, who looks like he is catching up with Alfie and Aldair. 5th is Locke. 6th is Berserker Boy. 7th is ZFS Kenobi. SG2's in 8th. We've seen Mac behind, closely behind. And 10th is Dennis. Really at the moment, no one wants Dennis's sweeties being at the back. J West going to try and put a move on Alfie. No, he thinks twice. Alfie runs it wide, finding a better line for grip. He does. Gets a better exit. J West has to think about it again. So there's still plenty of time to battle. No need to rush. Berserker Boy now getting chased down by Kenobi. C-Mac's picked up a half-second penalty. Obviously Dennis gets past him. So C-Mac will take his half-second penalty now on this lap. Just grab a drink, guys. Back obviously Kenobi now Still chasing down Berserker Boy. Obviously the guys as well don't want to put too much of a risky move on in this weather, because it can cause a lot more problems. Haldair's now dropped down a few places. And we'll go back there. That looked like a fantastic move by Haldair. Let's jump on board. Down the start, finish straight. Coming into lap 8. JWest is on the inside. Plenty of room for these guys. Obviously Haldair makes the switch back. A little bit of the tap there off JWest. But Haldair gets the job done. Fantastic move there. Haldair's doing quite well at the moment in this race. It's great to see him back up the front. Hopefully he stays there. That's made JWest think about another move if he can. Still close behind Haldair. We've locked not too far behind. With Berserker and Kenobi still battling for 6th and 7th. Now Kenobi put the move on the hairpin. No. Thinks twice. SG2's picked up half-second penalty. Dennis is in 9th. C-Mac still in 10th. But still very close to the rest of the group. Bit of a slide there from Berserker Boy coming out the corner. JWest again. Trying to put another move on Haldair. Does he get it? Goes up the inside. Haldair runs it wide. Does he get the switch back again? I think no. Yes, no. See coming out this corner. Nope. Haldair still battling side by side. Leaning on each other a little bit. JWest gets the inside. But Haldair runs it round, which is the better grip. But then now got the inside. Nope. JWest takes the spot. Some great racing there. We've locked now, chasing down Haldair now for 4th and 5th. Berserker Boy still under fire from Kenobi. Kenobi's not letting up. SG2 will take this penalty. Pulls to one side. Will Dennis catch up on that? A little bit, but that's allowed C-Mac to get even closer to Dennis. Again, obviously with the wet weather, they are taking their own lines now, finding which one's the best grip, especially on the exit. Lock's also under fire from Berserker Boy now. Looks like Kenobi's just dropped off a little bit. See what happens when they go into this chicane, which is the tricky part of this circuit. Lock flashes his lights, which no need to. Berserker gets it out of sorts, coming out the exit. Lock just pulls away slightly. After that little mistake from Berserker. Haldair's picked up a half-second penalty for his troubles. But he's still on the attack with Alfie. JWest is up the second. Centino's still in first and literally running away with the win at the moment. Alfie's still under fire from Haldair, who's in 4th. Side by side. No, Haldair thinks twice. Lock just runs it a little bit wide there. A little bit of contact with Berserker Boy. Kenobi's still behind, holding his own, trying to find a way past Berserker Boy. 8th is SG2. 9th is Dennis. 10th is C-Mac. Again, just finding the best line to get the best grip and speed. What's happened to Haldair? Jump on chase cam. Lock goes up the outside. Gets the job done on the outside. Oh, Haldair just hits the inside barrier. Not what he wanted. See, that's lost a few places. Kenobi runs it wide on the exit of the last turn. Haldair puts the power down, gets past Kenobi. The SG2 not far behind. Just a bit unlucky there for Halder. Guys are battling really hard, even though it's really torrential rain. But nothing too serious at the moment. Santino doing a stellar job there in first place. J West in second still, getting closed down by Alfie. The Suzuki Swift does seem a little bit better in the wet than the Audi. I may be wrong. Locke tried to put a move on Berserk by going the outside of the airpin. Also, he's got a half-second penalty. Locke runs it really wide. Very wide indeed. He's lost places. Halder's got past him. It does look like... No, Kenobi didn't. Now Kenobi's got SG2 behind him. And then this is a little further back with C-Mac. Just look like that. The Super does have a little bit of a tendency to lose its grip in certain corners. But the main battles here for... is it 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th? Locke's got a half-second penalty, which he's taken now. Does SG2 go around the outside? No, he just nearly clipped the back end of Kenobi there. Let's jump on board. Locke takes his penalty. I think SG just misjudges his brake, just slightly taps the back end of Kenobi there. Bit unlucky, that drops him down, right down, back down towards 10th. Battling with C-Mac. Side by side these two go. C-Mac just gets in front. So SG's got it all to do again from 10th. And we're going up to the last 10 minutes of this first race. Halder's still down in 5th after a blistering start and putting it on pole. Just seems to be losing a little bit of the edge of the car. Berserk's in 4th. Alfie's in 3rd. J West is in 2nd. Santino still out in 1st. And still holding the fastest lap. Berserker boys now under fire from Halder. Can Halder gain a place back? This is a tricky circuit to overtake. You just got to bide your time and find the right place to do it. Try and get the jump on the person in front of you when they least expect it. Locke just letting it go really wide there. That's allowed Dennis to get up the side of him. But obviously the Audi's just got a little bit more power than the VW. C-Mac also on the back there, just letting it slide all over. Putting on the power early. SG's got... does he get past him? Side by side, last two corners. Who gets the better grip? Does look like SG2's got the position back. Is SG going to start mounting an attack again? 7th and 8th. West, Locke and Dennis side by side going into the first corner. Dennis gets the job done. Great move there. Let's go back and have a quick look at it again. I do apologise for that. We'll go on chase cam. A little bit of door banging going on. Side by side. Down to the first corner. Both brake about the same time. Obviously Locke just lets it run wide a little bit. Dennis gets the job done. Fantastic move. Kenobi's up still in 6th. Is he still battling Berserker? He's not far behind him. Obviously, Berserker now trying to chase down. Ooh, gets it all out of sorts off the exit of this chicane. That's allowed Halder to pull away slightly. Top three. They're all got their own little gaps now. But the battling's down in midfield still. Halder lets it run wide, trying to find that grip. Oh, a bit of a lag there from the guys. Hasn't done anything too serious. Halder's still in 4th. Berserker's in 5th. Still getting chased down by Kenobi. Now Dennis is trying to join this battle as well. He wants to hand out the sweeties. Locks down in 8th. SG's got a half-second penalty. C-Mac still running in 10th. Doing a good job though. Still points on the board. Wherever you finish. Just runs it a little bit wide on that one. Gets it back in order. Kenobi finally gets the job done on Berserker. Great overtake, but Berserker boy's coming back at him. Neck and neck now down the start-finish straight. Obviously with Dennis in tow, this is a three-way battle. Dennis gets past Kenobi, obviously so does Berserker boy. Kenobi lets it run wide. A little bit of a tap there between them both. Nothing serious. Kenobi gets his place back. So now he has to start battling again with Berserker boy. Obviously Halder's just out in front there in 4th. Dennis now has to think of a move again. Tries and gets up the inside of the last exit. Gets a better exit. Gets past Kenobi. Jump on board with this one. See if Dennis can do anything about Berserker boy. He's got Kenobi behind. See Halder just running it wide, finding the better grip. Berserker boy just wobbles it out a little the corner, trying to put the power down too early. Obviously Dennis is still behind. So now Locke wants a piece of the action with Kenobi. With SG2 not too far behind. And it's happened to C-Mac. He's got a 3-second penalty. Did he? He has come in the pits. He has changed his tyres to intermediates. Obviously he's hit the pit. He's hit the pit line, which has caused the penalty. Is he going to try and go for the fastest lap in the closing stages of the race? We shall see. Santino still holds the fastest of a 1:51 now for him. Halder's trying, obviously the track's starting to dry out, so Halder's trying to get some wetness on the tyres to keep them cool. Berserker's really under fire now from Want Some Sweeties and Kenobi and Locke and SG2. SG2 keeps to the right hand side while the others trying to cool the tyres down. SG2 gets the fastest lap so far of a 1:50.5, but still in 9th place. Battling for 8th with Locke. Kenobi still battling there with Dennis and Berserker boy. Halder's holding out in 4th. Lets it run wide. Alfie's doing a stellar job there in 3rd with Jay West in 2nd. Santino in 1st. I could see Mac do something with them intermediates if it's stopped raining. He's got 5 minutes left. These guys are still battling hard up ahead of him though. Obviously Locke and SG2 battling, move slightly ahead, and you've got Kenobi, Dennis battling like hell with Halder down in 5th now. Obviously Berserker boy's got past. Dennis gets run wide. Obviously Kenobi's put a purple sector in there. Does he get round the outside of Kenobi? Halder. Let's have another look. Go back a little bit. See how this pans out. Kenobi puts the move on Dennis. Does he? Little bit of a tap there. Tries and makes a switch back on Dennis. He does. Dennis runs it wide. That's allowed Kenobi now to get up to the back end of Haldare. Bit of a slide there from Haldare. Bit of contact there that wasn't needed, probably. Obviously, Kenobi's realised he's knocked Haldare, but just a bit of confusion there as to where to stop to let Haldare past. And that's one for the stewards, I think. SG2 now putting a move on, trying to put a move on Locke. Not quite. Locke's now up in 6th. Dennis is 5th. Berserker's up in 4th. So the guys, top 3 guys, all got their own gaps, just running their own race. No battle between them. Battles mainly at the midfield. And he does see Max there put the fastest lap in so far of the race. Obviously the intermediates are starting to pay off for him. Haldare's now dropped down to 9th. Let's see how he's done that. Might be a bit too far back, I think. Oh, there we go, quickly. Does he just get... Does he? Comes off that. That's because of the incident there. Obviously he's hit the wall badly. Manages to get it going again. It's unlucky there. He had a promising start, promising 15 minutes of the start of the race. So he's just dropped back, which is very unlucky. So can he try and catch up? So can Haldare try and catch up to the middle pack? So Kenobi's down in 8th. SG2's in 7th. Locke's in 6th. Dennis in 5th. Berserker Boy now has pulled the gap out on them. Try and close down on Alfie if you can. Again, we're in the closing stages of the last few minutes. See the top 2 now, Centino and Jay West just holding their own. Same as C-Mac, just holding out on in 10th. Again, once he finishes he will get points. Haldare in 9th, very unlucky. Trying to cool his tyres down. Kenobi's got past SG2. No, he hasn't, sorry, I do apologise. He's just dropped off the back of him though, a little bit. Obviously SG2 is now battling with Locke and Dennis. SG2 pulling a move on. Does he get the move done? He does. Let's have a quick look at that one. Just tightens the line there a little bit on Locke. Locke lets it run wide. Really wide. That's allowed SG2 to get right up the inside. Bit of a tap there. Nothing too serious. And that's allowed SG to gain a place. Great overtake. Also now Kenobi's right behind Locke. Locke tries and defends, tries and comes back. Just taps out the SG2 there, letting him run wide. But obviously that's now allowed Kenobi to get past Locke. And yeah, what a hell of a move that was by Kenobi. Let's have another look. Jump on chase cam with Kenobi. A strange one there from Locke. Just lets it run really wide under braking. That's allowed, obviously SG2's running wide. That's allowed Kenobi to get past Locke on a fantastic move. He's took an advantage there. Obviously these two, a little bit of coming together. That's allowed Kenobi though to get through. Not a place I would try and overtake on, but there we go. Some people do, some people don't. How can SG get the place back? We are coming into the last lap now. Jay West has closed up on Centino, but I don't think he's going to make it to get first. Alfie's still out in third. Berserker's in fourth. Dennis is doing a fantastic job in fifth. Obviously, you've still got Kenobi, SG2, and Locke still battling here. Halder, if anything goes wrong now, Halder will get a chance to gain more places. So we come down the start finish for the final time, and Centino takes the win. Congratulations. Jay West in second. Coming home in third is Alfie. Oh no, sorry, I do apologise. Centino and Jay West have got another lap to do. Berserker Boy comes home in fourth. Dennis in fifth. Kenobi takes sixth. SG2 takes seventh. Eighth is Locke. Alder, after a blistering start, comes home in ninth. And C-Mac comes home in 10th. We'll jump on with the last two. They have, obviously, Centino still out in the lead. Jay West about second behind. Obviously, this is their last lap now. Come through the long S's. Jay West will be thinking he can see if he can get hold of first place. Centino is a great racer. You'll know that he's slowly catching him up. All Centino has to do is just hold his line and take the win if he can. Coming up to the last few corners now. Down the back straight. And then into the double left-hander. Then back up the start finish. Jay West has closed the gap a little bit. It does look like Centino has got the legs to do the job and finish it off, which he does. Well done, Centino and Jay West. Great racing by everyone there. Thank you very much. I'll see you for the next race.